Alright, there's a track, the beginning of it. Goes around up to there. That distance is about, I don't know, in meters, probably 30 meters, maybe 35. Comes across a little bridge, back around. It's a pretty basic track. And in total length, it's about 110 meters of track. So that's a dead end. The original track used to run through here and just link up over there, but now it goes out to there. There's only 70 meters before, and I had a few dramas with the track. I rode one on the weekend, a 5-inch, and it was terrible. It was rocking right to left. So I showed a bit of metal I use to actually fix the corners up. There's two pieces, about 75 by 75 RHS. That one there. The reason I use this big one, because I do it by myself. I bend the track by myself. It takes a while to do. Another piece is shorter. That's about 1.8 meters, that short one. The big one's about close to 2.6 meters. It's pretty decent, pretty heavy. Heavy wall on it. Anyway, so I'll show you what I'll do just to make it a bit easier. I don't want to stress my track. I've already bent the thing. On the corners, I've got no joint either. So I set the track up on winter. No joint at all. Like there's no like expansion. Wait until it cools down, then I run a train. I don't worry about expansion and that. Mate, it's still hot. I don't want to run it anyway when it's that hot. It's only petrol driven. Anyway, so that'll be one of the levers. So if I was going to do it on my own, that'll be the heavy one. I'd put it underneath that way, so the track's landing that way. And I'll step it in about 5 foot, 6 foot. And I'll do it to the opposite way. And I'll dig it under there. And I'll spring it down this way. And this other heavy one, if you see it over there, the real heavy one, the 2.6 meter one, that'll like flex itself. So sometimes you've got to put a couple of bricks under, get it up in the air. All right, so you put it out from there to there. I'm trying to back the picture off. Come back to normal so you can see. From there to there. You don't want to do it too close because you're going to bend it right now. And what you do, you flex it. So you'll get up and you'll flex it like that, like so. Don't go too much. I only need to go a little bit. Then you'll come out a little bit further and you do it the same again. And then you'll take it out, both of them, sit it back on the ground, well, pick it up and drop it a couple of times the track. And see how that goes. But sometimes that doesn't fix it. But it does make the radius come back into it. This is pretty much flat. Alright, should have a little bit degree up here, it does. It's got 2 degree, like it pulls in. And as it comes around, because it's not a heavy train, I don't have any sleepers under it. I'm going to throw a bit of oil on this soon, so I can revive it a bit, the bridge. And up here, I had a bit of a bump here. So it takes a while. You go around the track and you'll throw something down so you know where it is, and you'll come back to it and you'll fix it. Now up here, and you can see the repair. Only last week I did it. Had a lumpy. Alright, set it straight like a flat edge on it, and you'll find a lump and you get rid of it. Sometimes if it's like a high spot, I lift the track up, put a bit of where you join them anyway. For an example, like if I welded here and I put that in place, like I've welded it, sometimes a track looks like concaves. So you put a brick there and you'll jump on either side of it. like with your feet, like jump here, and that'll bend it back down the other way, because you don't want to shave it too much. And you get it to roughly where it is, and then you repair it. So up here I had a lump, so I did the same, but instead of putting a brick there, I put a brick either side. I jumped in the middle. I bent it down a bit, and then I'll ground it. So when you do join them, they usually do concave. The track will look like that where you weld them. So it doesn't hurt to make it a little bit up. Anyway, I'll hand file them when they're done. You can't feel that. You can see a bit of a join there, but there's no line. Looks like it, but there's none. Anyway, so when you join them, this is the hardest part. Making a track's the easy part. That's the basic bit. Joining it all up so it actually all works again. And I recommend sitting it on brick, on rocks, stone. People, oh, I'm gonna hit it with the lawnmower. Look, honestly, there's no worry at all. No dramas. Keep away from it. Just, you know, it's fine. Doesn't worry anything. This here is a bit up. I've actually had to put a couple of mounds in to try to make it so if a train does come off, it doesn't fall as far. So up here, the level's out here. It's on a bit of a downhill too by about a foot, because the land slopes off. So I've had to build up the whole landscape to make it work. You see up here, like I'm walking on a bit of a lumpy that comes up. There's a lump here all the way around. You probably see it in a certain angle. All the way around. I'll put it on both sides. Build up around here. So it you see a bit of a step there. I don't know if you can see it with the, it comes up the hill slightly, goes around the corner. But people won't tell you everything how to set these up. There's a lot to it. Everything. Try to get your straights sitting flat. Get them sitting flat and then play around with the corners. Like, I don't know if you can see that by eye, but it's actually going to the, like, leaning to the left. It's got a little camber on it. But down here it's all flat. But that's how it is. If it leans a little bit to the right, well, it is what it is. The ones that went on the weekend, they were shocking. They were terrible. They were all over the place. I felt like I was going to fall off the thing if I went a little bit. That's a bit of insight how to set the track up anyway. Look, like I said, don't worry about having joiners and this and that and slide and expansion joints. Get the thing down. I've run it like this for years. Yeah, on a hot day, yeah, it's going to give you problems. Just hose it down. Off it goes again. Don't worry about that. We'll run it when it's cooler. But it's mainly on the shade here. A couple of big trees. So, big trees over here. And it gets a lot of shade here except out there. But it doesn't really give you much trouble. As long as you maintain it and keep all the sticks off it. And the rocks stop the track from rusting is bad too. Well, I've had it sitting on grass and you won't have a track in 5 years time, it'll be gone. So it stops you from rusting. You can't help the rust anyway, it's going to happen. So it's straight, it's not really that straight. There's a couple of kinks in it, but you can't feel that going across that. I'll also put a level on the train when I'm going around, like the carriage. And I push it around with no one on it, and that'll give you an idea which way the train's pointing to, leaning. And don't sit anywhere on it when you're doing it. And that'll give it a fair estimate of what way it's leaning. Any questions, give me a buzz.